Hey guys, Eric at SoCal Cigars. Well, as you can see, what you're staring at is, once again, my cigar cooler humidor. This is the same one that I just reviewed last week. And after doing that review, going over how I got it stabilized and the humidity and the temperature and everything, what I realized for me is, given the amount of cigars that you can see I have in here, I mean, this thing is jam-packed full. And what I realized, let's open this up here, is that by doing that video, I really realized how inefficient, for me, these shelves are just based on the quantity of cigars that I keep. If you're not keeping as many as I am, then the 4 shelves and the 2 drawers it comes with are just fine. But what I'm finding is, like for here, I've got 20, maybe 25, maybe, I mean, if I'm lucky, I'm getting 35 cigars on a shelf. And plus, because I've got to have the humidity in there. Half the time I open this, I've been lucky. This thing usually goes rolling off. A bunch of cigars go rolling off. So I just kind of lucked out there. In the middle, like I said, I've already removed a shelf just to fit a bunch of boxes in. So the same thing with this one. I mean, I've just got things bundled up, and it's just disorganized. And but the key is, it's just not efficient. So if you look at these drawers. Let's take this one for example. Okay. Here you've got 15 across and you've got 3 deep. So there's already 45. And in the back, I figured out there's probably at least 10 on each side, 20, right? 30. So you got 45, 55, 65 cigars. I mean, I'm at least getting 65 cigars versus maybe 30, 35 cigars here. So I'm increasing my capacity by at least 30 cigars by going from a shelf to a drawer. So, that being said, I went online and I found a company called ambientstores.com. And they are selling replacement parts for the whitener product, because on the outside of the box, it's actually coming from what's called Whitener Innovation Group. So these are actually whitener product. They're the exact same shelves that they are, the drawers they came with. So here's another drawer like that one. Okay. That's got the hole in it for the hygrometer, because I've got 2 hygrometers, so I figured I'd get one drawer that had the hole in it, and I got one drawer that does not have the hole in it. So I just basically got another set of drawers, and what I'm going to do is take out shelves to accommodate the drawers so that I can increase the capacity in my humidor. So I think for me this is going to work out great. Like I said, if you're not storing as many cigars as I am, it's really not going to be an issue. This thing holds plenty of cigars. But when you're like me, and I tend to want to collect things, and I keep buying more and more, and I find a deal I just can't pass up, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, I got more cigars on the way even now. So what I'm going to have to do is season these 2 drawers. I'm going to have to go through this, pull everything out, and figure out how I'm going to reconfigure this. So I'm not going to drag you along on that tedious process. But here's one last run through of how it is now. And the next time you see this thing, it's going to be configured a little differently. And we will see if this pays off. Okay, so I just figured I'd show you guys just how I do this, because I know this is a lot of my stuff is for the new person in this. So if you don't know, as you can see, I've already wiped this down a little bit. All I'm really using is a microfiber cloth, okay? I'm using my spritz bottle. I'm trying to do this with one hand to hold the camera. I'm spraying a little bit of water on here, and I'm literally just wiping down my drawers until they kind of turn a little bit wet looking. You're not soaking it, you're just kind of wiping it down, okay? So you're going to do that to the whole thing, all over the place, as you can see, by it being a little bit darker. That's what I've done. I've already done both of these, so now I'm just kind of letting them air out a second. And then I'm going to shove them into the humidor and start loading up some cigars. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you all I'm using: microfiber towel, my spritz bottle with distilled water only. Very important. Only distilled water. See, all you're doing is looking for that color change. See? And then that kind of dissipates. But what you're doing is you're kind of jump starting the Spanish cedar's ability to absorb and put out moisture. And that's, like I was talking about, that there's basically 3 reasons why they're using Spanish cedar. One is because it does this with humidification. It pushes and pulls some humidity out of it. It's a porous material. 2, it smells good. It's aromatic. So it does impart a nice smell and flavor to your cigars. And 3, bugs apparently hate this stuff, so it's very good to guard against having like cigar beetles and things. So those are really the main 3 reasons they talk about using Spanish cedar. Because apparently there's like 3 different kinds of cedar, but only Spanish cedar seems to have the properties that we're looking for a humidor. So anyway, I just want to throw that little side note in here to kind of show those who don't know. When we talk about seasoning your humidor, this is all we're really talking about. Just wiping it down with the damp cloth with distilled water, and then you're, like I said, you're kind of jump starting the process of it being able to pull in and push out some moisture. Okay, all right. After it probably took me, I don't know, 45 minutes to do this. And one other thing I had to do, just so you're aware, the shelf that I bought that had the hole in it, that hygrometer did not fit, so I had to use some sandpaper and widen the hole a little bit, but now it fits fine. Let me open this, it's easier with no glare. So now what we've got, we've taken out 3 shelves and added 2 drawers. Because of the where you can see the fan, I think, back there, but where that fan is, it blows right here. So my plan was to put a drawer here and a drawer here, but it ends up being a better setup to put the 3 drawers at the bottom, the 1 drawer at the top, and then have the shelf right there to put all the like loose stuff in boxes. But as you can see now, I think it's organized a lot better. I got 1 box in the bottom, and I got 1 Tupperware tray, and I have the heartfelt beads. This drawer now is what you saw before. This is the one of my infused drawers. This is now a second infused drawer. So all that other stuff that was loose rolling around is now in here. This is now a non-infused, well, this is the non-infused drawer you saw before, I think. No, this is the one, yeah, this is where I took all the other loose stuff out of those Tupperware containers and put it in this drawer. And then now this was the drawer that was already a non-infused drawer to begin with. So, and now in here you've got more room, so I can even still get stuff in there. Unfortunately, what I noticed now is I've got less room to put these. Like, I can't really distribute these 3 heartfelt beads like I did before, but I think it's going to be fine. What I may end up doing is condensing them into just 2 containers instead of 3. And I still think that'll be okay, because they say to try to keep the beads no deeper than 1 inch thick, but I think I'd be okay if I did that. But anyway, I'm happy with how this turned out. So I've got a lot more cigars in here, and well, I mean the same amount of cigars, but I've got it in a way that I still have room to add more in the drawer, in the bottom, and then in the middle. So I definitely have captured more space efficiently in the humidor. Now it's going to take a while, I think, to get this up, because, you know, with these things out and the door open, the temperature and humidity is, you know, all over the place. So need to shut this thing up and let it start to stabilize again. I'm assuming it's going to take a couple days to do that. But I'd say I'm happy with the result. I think it was a good idea to get the 2 extra drawers and lose the shelves. I mean, it's all good stuff, but in the end, if you start getting too many cigars and you start playing Tetris like I did, in the end, you've got to try to figure out how to get these things in here efficiently. And I think these 2 drawers did that. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful for those of you that might be in the boat I was in, where you've got your humidor fridge, but now it's starting to get too full and you're going to have to kind of rearrange things a bit. Remember, the website was ambientstores.com. They're selling what looks to be stock items from Whitener. So it's not like knockoff stuff. It's exactly the same stuff. Built the same way. It looks the same way. It's all good. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful to you guys. And let me know what you think. If you're doing your own cooler, winador or cigar cooler, whatever you want to call them. let me know how that goes. Maybe throw some pictures up. I'd be curious to see if you had any issues like I did and how you resolved them. But anyway, hopefully this helps you guys. It gives you another idea of what you can do, that you don't always have to stick with just what it came with. You can modify it and adjust and tweak, however you see fit to make it work better for you. So anyway, again, Eric, SoCal Cigars. Hopefully this was helpful. Go ahead and make a comment, like, you know the drill. Anyway, see you in the next video.